Tonight's fights are brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com, Draft Style Fantasy Boxing, Oso Machina, MadeToThrive.us, and Brownstone Brewing Company.
Irvin, Averbukh, and Jamal Sharifi, both making their amateur MMA debuts here. Sharifi representing New Breed Martial Arts, Irvin, Averbukh, the UFC Gym. Jamal Sharifi, 5'5" bantamweight from New Breed Martial Arts, making his amateur MMA debut. Now again, 135-pounder, your division. You've been here before. What's he thinking right now, Aljo?
He's thinking he needs to go out there and put on a good show for everybody, and I hope he knows I have my eye on him too.
We'll see if he calls out the Funk Master after this fight. He might want to wait a while before he does that, but Jamal Sharifi making his way in, getting set for his debut as an amateur mixed martial artist here at KTFO 12 at the sports arena at St. James on St. James, Long Island. You know, one thing I've noticed, Aljo, in the bantamweight division, you don't see too many guys carrying around any extra pound.
No, not at all. Sharifi looks very, very well in shape right now, very muscular, and looks to be in great, phenomenal shape right now.
Well, and he's representing a New Breed Martial Arts. Sharifi about to make his amateur MMA debut, as is his opponent.
And now making his way to the cage from the blue corner, Irvin Averbukh.
And now Irvin Averbukh representing the UFC Gym. That's right, the UFC Gym, where we have a few of those on Long Island. They've been popping up around the country. Good place for people to work out and also to train in various martial arts. Irvin Averbukh making his MMA debut. So here's the thing, Aljo. After this fight, we're going to have an undefeated fighter and we're going to have a winless fighter. It's a difficult thing, but that's what this sport is about. You got to head in there, put it all out there, and go for the win. And again, these guys making their debuts. So what do they need to focus on as far as keeping their concentration during their debut?
They need to focus on the things that they're doing every day in the gym, like keeping your hands up, using your lateral motion, throwing your combinations, and mixing everything up with your takedowns and your clinch work.
And at 135 pounds, as the Funk Master knows very well, things can happen quickly. You can lose position extremely quickly. You can take a hard shot. And again, as I mentioned, at 135 pounds, you don't see guys carrying around extra weight. These two both look to be in solid shape. 135 pounders are going to be flying around this cage here in just a few moments as we have Jamal Sharifi and Irvin Averbukh making their debuts.
KTFO. And now, set for three-minute rounds, introducing the red corner, standing 5'5" inches, weighing a senior more than 27 pounds. He is making his amateur debut, fighting out of New Breed Martial Arts, Jamal Sharifi. Across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'6" inches, weighing a senior more than 31 pounds. He is making his amateur debut, fighting out of UFC Gym, Irvin Averbukh.
Interesting. Both fighters coming in well underweight.
Mr.
Laszlo Huve, our referee. Jamal Sharifi actually 127, 8 pounds underweight. Of course, he is only 5'5", which I guess could be considered fairly short for the division. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I think these guys do day of weigh-ins as well.
Yep, they do, and now they're ready to day of fights. Coming out and touching gloves, Sharifi with a quick leg kick and then going for another higher kick. Averbukh also going for the kick, a missing spin, and, well, that kick landed a little bit on the forearm. A sweeping right hook from Averbukh. Now lands a left body kick. These guys are going at it.
This is exactly why I love the bantamweight division. These guys are fast and these guys are technical.
and landing both of them. That right continues to find its way through for Averbukh into Sharifi's wheelhouse. Sharifi better not take too many more of those, but now with the Muay Thai clinch and landing knees is Sharifi. Oh, that kick landing close to the groin, takes a right. Sharifi looks like he might be rocked. He's down. Averbukh raining down blows, and he is moving it, trying to pass into side control. Is he going to get there? He's got that knee on the body. They're up against the cage. Sharifi trying to cage walk here and get out of this situation. How's the best way for him to get out of this, Aljo?
Right now he's doing the proper thing. He's controlling the hands, trying to create some distance, using his legs to push him off. And now all he needs to do is try to get it back to his feet, which he does.
Looked like he was going for the triangle there, but Averbukh smartly moving out of that and giving it back up to the feet. The left shin lands. That Muay Thai clinch from Sharifi continuing to be effective. A right kick to the body, a left kick to the inside thigh. Averbukh and Sharifi putting on a show for the fans here. As you said, this is why we like the bantamweights, Aljo. Big right hand lands from Averbukh.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not liking from Averbukh right now is he's loading up too much on his shots. He's kind of running in with his hands down and trying to land that big one hit a quitter, as we call it. The nice haymaker. Right now, Sharifi has him threatened right now with the front choke, and he's giving Averbukh some trouble in this position. He's got to make sure he protects his neck and protect his back. Oh!
And the attempt to take the back of Averbukh ends up with Sharifi on his back. Averbukh, will he let him up? Will he go in there? When you're in this situation, do you want to stay on your feet or go in and engage the guy?
For me, I like to just kick the legs down, exactly what Averbukh is doing right now. We call it chopping down the tree. We call it, you take the free ones, you know? If he's going to lay on his back, you make him pay for it.
Oh, a big left landing from Sharifi. Sending that head back. He's now landing that left pretty clearly. That jab coming through. And a whiff with that right leg kick. Averbukh looking like he may be tiring a little bit, but he lands a big body shot with his right there, and an uppercut coming from Sharifi. These guys really leaving it all on the table, Aljo.
Yes, for sure. Sharifi looks very well poised right now out there. Looks very confident on the feet, moving very, very gracefully for an amateur. The only thing I don't like is his hands. His left hand is carried very, very low, which is opening him up from that overhand right from Averbukh.
And they've both been landing big shots. Averbukh typically with that right. Oh, lands a left and a right combo, now working towards the body. Sharifi, though, controlling the head a little bit. Here we are, 10 seconds left in the first round. That kick takes down Sharifi. Averbukh trying to take that top position and gain some sort of a good finish to the round. And it ends with Averbukh on top. So round one in the books. Close one, tough one. Who's that one go to for you, Aljo?
I don't know. It's very tough to score. You know, Sharifi came out moving gracefully on his feet, landing some big shots, some nice combinations with those kicks, and then Averbukh managed to kind of weather the storm a little bit and managed to drop him a couple times when he was throwing those kicks, and then some heavy shots from the top position standing over his opponent.
Now, they ended up on the ground 2 times, and Sharifi was on the bottom both times. Is that something that Averbukh should look for now that he knows that if they go to the ground, it's looking like he might end up on top? Should he adjust his game plan to try and work it down towards the ground?
Definitely. He wants to use his strikes to set up those takedowns, and he wants to, this time, I think when he gets him down, he needs to land a little bit more damage in order to score some points in the judge's eyes so that he can definitely solidify that he won the round.
Sharifi did go for his back and actually slid right off of Averbukh, and that's one of the times that he ended up with Averbukh on top of him. And we're about ready for round number 2. Laszlo Huve, our referee, getting the fighters ready. Round 2 of this bantamweight brawl between Irvin, Averbukh, and Jamal Sharifi. Round 1 was a barn burner. We'll see what round 2 has in store right now. Coming out a little bit more tentative than in the first. Averbukh landing a kick to the rear of the right leg. Oh, both landing shots. That right came through. Sharifi looking like he might be rocked. Oh, lands the right, knocks Averbukh down. Now Averbukh going for the single, holding on for dear life. It looked like they both got rocked there, Aljo.
Yes, they did. The crowd was on the feet for that one.
Sharifi now landing a knee in that one to the groin, so we will take a break. One of those unfortunate things about the sport. Sharifi, not intentional, but that knee definitely landing in Irvin Averbuk's groin. Again, a good start to another round after a great first.
Yeah, great job by the ref recognizing that. You got to protect the jewels, you know? You got to protect the family jewels.
Indeed, and that is why you wear a cup, kids. All right, Irvin Averbukh stretching out, taking his time, being told by Laszlo Huva here at KTFO 12 from the St. James Sports Arena in St. James, Long Island. Eric Dame here alongside Aljamain, the Funkmaster Sterling, at this wonderful amateur martial arts event. And two amateurs making their debuts, Irvin Averbukh and Jamal Sharifi, and they come out and touch gloves. Good show of sportsmanship. We're back at it. Averbukh switching stances now to a southpaw. Trying a spinning back kick. All right. It goes, ooh, look for a front kick there. Lands a big right and then follows it with the left. Do you think that kick to the groin upset him a little bit?
Definitely. And you can see that Averbukh is throwing hard 3-2 combinations down the middle.
Now with 3 3-minute rounds, as it is in this promotion, you don't have to worry as much about gassing yourself, but still, throwing punches as hard as these guys are, it can happen. Averbukh sweating quite a bit more than Sharifi. Oh, a heavy kick to the body landed by Averbukh. And now, both double kick. That one landed to the left leg of Sharifi. Averbukh trying to pass into side control again, and he's there. He is there. This is a bad spot for Sharifi. He's moving to try and pass into mount. If he gets here, this fight might not be much longer, Aljo.
Yeah, Sharifi's doing a great job, though. He threw his leg over his outside leg to try to set up a leg lock for a sweep. And right now, he's doing a great job defending Averbuk's attack from the top.
Didn't seem to have much of an answer for the transitions from Averbukh. Averbukh passing almost at will. Is that just a strength thing, a technique thing, or is it both?
I think it's one of those things where you land and you're just so tired and so exhausted, you're just like, you take a big sigh, you need a break just to regain yourself, regain your composure, and get back out there before you start opening up again. And I think he's starting to get his second win.
Averbukh now in half guard of Jamal Sharifi, landing shots to the body, trying to hit him as much as he can. Lands a big right. The ground and pound now starting to come. The crowd getting into it. Averbukh landing body shot, landing a glancing blow to the forehead. Now the hammer fist coming out, left and the right. The ref is taking a close look. He's in full mount. Irvin Averbukh in full mount, his amateur MMA debut. This is where he wants to be. Can he get the finish? Landing shots.
Sharifi's got to move from there. He can't be using the zombie arms, as we call them, just trying to use his hands to block. He's got to move, shrimp to get out, try to regain his base before the ref jumps into this one. He's taking a close look.
Laszlo Huva has called a stop to this fight, and Irvin Averbukh in a fantastic fight that goes into the second round takes out Jamal Sharifi, a TKO by strikes. The ground and pound worked for him, Aljo.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what I said he needs to do. Set up his takedowns with his strikes, transition, and land a little bit more damage than he did in the first round so that he could solidify that he won the round, and fortunately for him, he was able to get the win, get the finish.
He did get that finish, and now he'll get to talk to us in just a moment as we head into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 2 minutes and 38 seconds into round number 2, by order of a referee stoppage, your winner from the blue corner, Irvin Averbukh.
All right, we're here with Irvin Averbukh, who just won his amateur mixed martial arts debut. Congratulations, Irvin. Heading into this fight, what were you thinking, and how did it change once that first bell rang?
Well, I thought he was going to be more of a boxer. Threw some kicks, threw me off a little. But, on the ground, he wasn't really showing anything, so.
And you definitely took advantage of that. Not only that, but as a bantamweight, you did it in front of one of the top 5 bantamweights in the world, Aljamain, the Funkmaster Sterling. Winning your amateur debut, what does that mean to you?
Well, it was pretty good. I mean, I would like to get in there with him one day,
We'll see if we can make that happen. And you're watching KTFO. Congratulations.